Most people think their vision fades because of age. But in truth, the eyes fade when the rest of the body stops nourishing them. Your eyesight doesn't decline suddenly. It weakens sip by sip, meal by meal, night by night. When the brain, the retina, and the tiny vessels around your eyes stop getting what they need. I'm Dr. Allison Ray, and for more than 30 years, I've helped older adults restore clarity. Not through complicated procedures, but through small daily habits that wake up the brain. Eye connection. Today, I'll share 5 simple drinks that can gently improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and help your vision feel clearer, especially after the age of 50. These are natural, safe, and easy to make at home. And 1 or 2 of them can even nourish your eyes while you sleep. So let's begin. Blueberry tea, the retina cleanser. Blueberry tea is one of the most powerful, underrated drinks for aging eyes, and the surprising truth is almost no one uses it. Those tiny dark berries contain anthocyanins, natural pigments that act like bodyguards for your retina. They shield it from oxidative stress, improve the way your eyes handle darkness, and reduce that uncomfortable glare sensitivity that so many people experience after 50. These pigments also support microcirculation, the tiny blood flow pathways that keep your optic nerve awake, energized, and capable of sending clean, sharp signals to your brain. I'll never forget a patient named Helen, 67 years old, who sat across from me and said, "Dr. Ray, every time I drive at night, the headlights blind me. I feel like I'm losing control." She was convinced she needed stronger glasses or some kind of medical intervention. But her scans were fine. It wasn't her eyes that were broken. It was her retina begging for better nourishment. So instead of adding another supplement or prescription, we added something beautifully simple: blueberry tea. Just 1 cup in the evening, consistently. 3 weeks later, Helen came back with the kind of half-smile people make when they're not sure whether something was a miracle or just common sense they'd overlooked. "The glare is still there," she said, "but now it doesn't scare me. My eyes adjust faster. I feel steady again." That's the power of feeding the retina directly. Not forcing it, not fighting it, feeding it. Most people underestimate how quickly the eyes respond when you give them the right nutrients. The retina is one of the most active tissues in your entire body. It burns energy constantly. When it gets antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, it calms down, focuses better, and handles light with more confidence. And blueberry tea is the gentlest, easiest way to deliver those nutrients before bed, when the eyes naturally shift into repair mode. Making it is simple. Take 1 tablespoon of dried blueberries, pour hot water over them, cover the cup, and let it steep for about 10 minutes. Drink it slowly in the evening, ideally when your screens are off and your body is preparing for rest. That combination, anthocyanins plus calm, creates one of the most supportive environments for nighttime retinal repair. Your eyes will absolutely feel the difference. Maybe not on day 1, but give them a couple of weeks and you'll notice it the same way my patients do: less strain, less fear, more steadiness, and a softer, clearer experience of the world after dark. Blueberry tea may be simple, but sometimes the simplest things are quietly the most powerful. Section 2, Eyebright and calendula tea, the anti-inflammatory duo if your eyes often feel irritated, dry, heavy, or tired. Especially after a long day on screens, this simple herbal drink can feel like a small miracle. Eyebright, also called euphrasia, has been used for hundreds of years to calm swollen, overworked eyes. Herbalists once called it the plant that helps the eyes remember how to relax, and there is truth in that. It gently reduces inflammation, soothes the tiny blood vessels around the eyes, and gives the optic nerve a chance to breathe. Calendula, the bright golden flower, works right alongside it. While Eyebright calms the deeper inflammation, calendula softens the surface, easing redness, reducing that gritty, tired feeling, and improving the quality of your natural tears. Together, they create one of the most effective combinations I've ever seen for tired, strained eyes. I remember one of my patients, a woman in her late 60s who spent hours reading and caring for her grandchildren. She laughed when she told me, "Dr. Ray, this tea works faster than my eye drops." And honestly, for many people, it really does. Because it doesn't just mask the irritation, it nourishes the tissues that need help. It gives your eyes a chance to reset, to cool down, to rest from the constant pressure of bright screens, harsh lighting, and a world full of visual noise. And the beauty of it is how simple it is to prepare. Just mix 1 teaspoon of Eyebright with 1 teaspoon of calendula, pour hot water over it, and let it steep for about 10 minutes. Not boiling, not scalding, warm water, so the herbs stay alive and the healing oils remain gentle. Drink it slowly, sip by sip, and imagine your eyes receiving a soft, warm bath from the inside. Most people are surprised at how quickly they feel relief, a sense of comfort behind the eyelids, a softness in their gaze, less tension around the temples, less dryness, less burning. Think of this drink as a moment of kindness for your eyes, a pause, a reset, a way of telling your body, you can rest now. In a world full of screens and strain, these two little herbs work together like a whisper of healing, bringing back the calm your eyes have been quietly begging for. Lemon and honey water, the morning vision booster. Now let's talk about one of the simplest drinks that can make a real difference for your eyes, warm water with lemon and honey. It's so ordinary that most people overlook it, but inside this simple morning ritual lies a surprisingly powerful formula for clearer vision and healthier circulation. This drink protects your eyesight in two major ways. First, the vitamin C from fresh lemon strengthens the tiny, delicate blood vessels around your eyes. These vessels are responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients to the retina, and when they weaken, you experience puffiness, morning blurriness, and slower focus. Vitamin C helps rebuild and reinforce those vessels, improving microcirculation and supporting the collagen in your cornea, the very tissue that bends light and helps your eye see with precision. And second, honey adds something that lemon alone cannot. Raw honey contains natural enzymes and anti-inflammatory compounds that soothe the tissues connected to your optic nerve. This matters because inflammation around the optic nerve is one of the silent reasons people feel strain, pressure, or a heavy sensation behind the eyes. Honey doesn't just sweeten the drink, it nourishes the nerve that connects your eyes to your brain. I recommend this drink to almost every patient over 55, and not because it's trendy, but because it answers one of the biggest morning problems people never notice: dehydration. Most people go to bed with a glass of water nearby and still wake up dehydrated. Hours without fluids, dry bedroom air, and shallow sleep all pull moisture from the body. And when you're dehydrated, your vision is always the first to complain. Dehydration reduces the fluid in your tear film, stiffens the lens, affects the smoothness of eye movement, and leaves your vision feeling blurry, heavy, or slow to turn on in the morning. People often blame age, but it's usually simple dryness. Warm lemon honey water works like an internal moisturizer. Within minutes, it rehydrates your cells, softens the tissues around the eyes, improves tear quality, and helps your vision feel clearer, calmer, and more awake. It's like giving your eyes a gentle stretch before the day begins. And here's one small but important detail: never pour honey into boiling water. The high temperature destroys its natural enzymes, the very compounds your eyes benefit from. Always let the water cool slightly, then stir in the honey. This one tiny habit in the morning, calm warmth, a burst of vitamin C, and the soft sweetness of real honey can set the tone for your entire day. Your mind feels steadier, your eyes feel lighter, and your vision feels less strained. Sometimes the simplest rituals are the ones your body has been waiting for. Flaxseed infusion, the dry eye reliever if your eyes ever feel gritty, dry, or overly sensitive to light, the kind of discomfort that makes blinking feel like sandpaper. Flaxseed may be one of the simplest, most soothing solutions you've never tried. When whole flax seeds soak in hot water, they release a gentle layer of omega-3 oils, and these oils behave like natural moisturizers for your eyes. They nourish the retina, improve the stability of your tear film, reduce tiny inflammations you can't see but definitely feel, and help restore that soft, comfortable sensation your eyes used to have. I still remember a patient of mine, Robert, 70 years old, who walked into my office looking exhausted. He rubbed his eyes and said, "Dr. Ray, every morning it feels like someone filled my eyes with dust. They burn, they itch, and by noon I'm already tired of blinking." We didn't start with drops or medications. We started with something incredibly simple: one warm cup of flaxseed infusion every evening. After a week, he returned, sat down, and looked at me with a surprised smile. "Doctor, they feel young again." I forgot my eyes could even feel this comfortable. And that's the magic of omega-3s. They don't work loudly or dramatically. They work steadily, quietly rebuilding the delicate membranes that keep your eyes hydrated. Day by day, sip by sip, they feed the tissues that screens, aging, and stress slowly wear down. If your eyes get dry in the morning, if bright lights bother you more than they used to, or if your eyelids feel heavy by midday, it's often not age. It's simply that the protective oils your eyes depend on are running low. Here's how to make this infusion the right way. Take 1 tablespoon of whole flax seeds, pour hot water over them, and let them steep for 15 minutes. As they soak, the seeds soften and release their natural oils into the water. Then strain it, drink it warm, and let those gentle omega-3s do their work. That's it. No complicated recipes, no expensive ingredients, just a simple nightly ritual that helps your eyes reset after a long day. It's soothing, it's nourishing, and for many of my patients, it's the first thing that gives them real, lasting relief. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest, and flaxseed infusion is one of those quiet, reliable allies your eyes will be grateful for. Rosehip tea, the vessel strengthener. If there is one drink I wish every older adult would add to their day, it's rosehip tea. Truly. It's one of the simplest, most powerful forms of nourishment you can give your eyes, especially after 50. Most people think of rosehips as something decorative, something you'd see on a bush in the fall. But inside those small red berries is a concentrated package of healing, a combination so unique that I often call rosehip tea nutrition for your blood vessels. And your eyes depend on those vessels more than you realize. Here's why. Rosehips contain more vitamin C than oranges, more anti-inflammatory antioxidants than most fruits, and an impressive amount of bioflavonoids, the compounds that strengthen fragile blood vessels and improve the flow of oxygen to your retina. And when the retina gets proper circulation, everything changes. Colors feel brighter. Morning fog lifts faster. Your lens feels clearer. The strain behind your eyes begins to fade. It's not magic. It's simply giving your eyes the support they've been silently asking for. I tell my patients all the time, healthy vessels mean healthy vision. Because your eyes don't just see, they depend on thousands of tiny capillaries delivering constant nutrients. If those vessels weaken, your eyesight weakens with them. But when you nourish them, you nourish your vision at the deepest level. And the best part? Rosehip tea tastes wonderful. It's refreshing, comforting, slightly sweet, and naturally soothing, like a gentle morning reset for your entire nervous system. Making it is incredibly simple. Take 2 tablespoons of crushed rose hips, pour hot water over them in a thermos, and let it steep overnight. By morning, you'll have a bright, vitamin-rich tea bursting with natural antioxidants. Drink it instead of juice, your eyes will prefer it, and your body will feel the difference. Most people notice a subtle shift within days. Their eyes feel lighter, less strained, more awake. And over time, the improvement grows. Because rose hips don't just hydrate your system, they strengthen the tiny pathways that keep your vision alive. A small cup in the morning, and you're already doing something powerful for your eyes. Sometimes the simplest habits are the ones that protect you the longest. So here's your simple plan, something anyone can follow without stress or complicated routines. 1 drink for clarity, 1 for comfort, 1 for hydration, 1 for moisture, and 1 for strength. Blueberry tea to nourish your retina and sharpen the fine details of your sight. Eyebright with calendula to soothe irritation, calm tired eyes, and bring back that gentle feeling of relief. Lemon honey water in the morning to hydrate your eyes from within and wake up your circulation so your vision feels brighter from the very first hour. A warm flaxseed infusion to ease dryness and protect the delicate membranes that keep your eyes comfortable throughout the day. And rosehip tea to strengthen the tiny vessels behind your vision and support the long-term health of your lens. 5 simple drinks. 5 small habits. And together they tell your body, I'm caring for you. I'm giving you what you need. You don't need extreme methods. You don't need complicated regimens or expensive supplements. Your eyes and your brain respond to consistency, small, natural choices repeated with kindness. And when you nourish your body this way, your vision begins to feel lighter, clearer, calmer. Not because of force, but because you finally gave it the gentle support it was asking for. If this message helped you, please tap like, subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves to see the world clearly again. I'm Dr. Allison Ray, and remember this: your eyes don't heal through pressure or fear. They heal through nourishment, rest, and the soft, everyday kindness you show yourself.